So I'm going to explain about citation because I consider that is important. Citation are ideas taken from other information sources. A correct citation gives credits to the others. So the function and the difference. There are two forms of making a citation. First, give a narrative citation where the other's ideas or position is highlighted. On the other hand, in parenthetical citation, the idea is more important than the other, and the other has a secondary role. For example, the author's last name is followed by the year in parentheses. Um, in parenthetical citation, mm, the author's last names and the year of publication are placed in parentheses at the end of the idea or sentence. So a period is placed after the closing parenthesis. And next, rules according to the numbers of authors. In this case, the authors systems has some variation depending on the type and number of authors. This is a summary, but I'm going to explain each one individually on the next slide. So, um, one case, one authors. The last name and the year are included. For you can see is a exactly example. Two authors, when a source has two authors, the surnames are joined by and or the symbology and in both narrative and parenthetical citation. For example, these three or more authors. When there are three or more authors, we cite only the first author's last name, followed by it all, which means and others. In this is a exactly example. Yes. Next, um, copyright authors. In this case of copyright authors, the name of the organization is used instead of the surname. Um, I I can mention two parts. First times, full name as abbreviation, and subsequent times is only abbreviation. That is, you can see two examples. um, I can mention that always write the full name of the organization in the references list. Use of reporting verbs. In narrative citation, reporting verbs are needed to connect the author's ideas when the text is a smooth way. Some examples are state, discuss, explain, tell, point out, describe, and observe. They explain information. They are neutral verbs. Another argue, answers, claim, encourage, recommend, such as. These verbs are used to convince the reader about a specific point of view or argument. Um, that is verbs that indicate persuasion. Next, reference. Oh, okay. In this point, references are a list with the complete information of the sources cited in the text. They are necessary to give correct credit to the authors and to help readers to find and check the information used in a work. Um, I mentioned why. Because it is important that if a citation is included, its corresponding reference must also be included. Um, so, elements of reference. I think these, um, I you can help uh, in reference. For example, author who is responsible for the work, date when it is published, title the name of the work, and source where it can be found. For example, it's a clear example. Uh, fin- Finally, clear variation according to the number of authors. One author in the respect reference. The author last names include followed by the initial of the name. And second, to the 20 authors, all authors' names and initial are included. The last name element is joined with the end or the sample. So three, more than 20 authors. The first and the first the first more authors are include saying an ellipsis is used and the last author is add. And finally, no author. Um, the reference starts with the title of the work. Exercise. Okay. Um, I I consider this exercise is promote my my ability with respect to this topic. So um, reference according to the APA, the first reference, the source book, according to the APA, is the reference of the book is writing like the first author. Um, Maybe you can see um, the first author is written with the last name followed by a comma in the first name, and the second author is written after an and with a last name, a comma in the first name, saying a period is a place. The period is a key in the reference. Um, After that, the year of the author is written in parentheses, and then the title of the book is written in italics. In this case, written Academy English, and then the fourth edition is added, followed by a period. Finally, the publisher is included, which in this case is Pearson, Longman, and a period is placed. And the second source, it is an article, my reference. In this example, I first placed the author in the given order because APA rules aspects the original order of authors. And then I write the year, in this case is in 2025 in parentheses. After that, I write the article title without italics. Next, I write the journal title in italics. After that, I include the volume number followed by a comma. And finally, the article number with its DOI, which is the like to the article. Yes. Okay, my bibliography references. I check different resources that contain DOI, and can I can share this information. I hope I hope you are doing very well, and thank you for your attention.